You guys ever have like one shot to capture a ride and completely blow it? Well, at least I captured this. What is going on, guys? This is MOTOSARGE signing in from behind the bars of John Maxwell's bike. Can you believe it? I got myself a new bike. Nah, just kidding, guys. We're about to head on out from Maxwell Motorcycles today to go show our supports to a local police officer that paid the ultimate sacrifice on the line of duty. It's starting out in Opelika, Alabama, so we're gonna head on out of here from Maxwell Motorcycles, and I will catch up with you guys once we get out there to the benefit ride location. So let's roll that intro and get on with today's video.
Hard work, work. The doors in the morning. Hard work, work. Get up and let's go to work. Hard work, work. Hard work. You're back up the shoots. Hard work, work.
All right, welcome back. Thank you for tuning into another video. If you are new to the channel, I bring you along with me as I merge my passions for photography and motorcycles. So if you like anything photography or motorcycle related and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button below. And while you're at it, don't forget to ring that bell icon to receive email alerts when I upload some new content. So I'm no longer behind the bars of John Maxwell's bike. That was the intro that I was able to roll in this past weekend's benefit ride for fallen Officer William Buechner. Lesson learned is anytime you get some new equipment, make sure you test the audio and make sure everything's good to go, especially when you have one shot to capture a ride. Now, I was still able to capture a lot of the benefit ride for Officer Buechner this past weekend, which I'll throw up later, but I wanted to give you guys kind of like a back brief of why this was the first annual ride for Officer Buechner. Now, back on May 19th of 2019, Officer Buechner went out on his final watch. He went, and him and a few of his other fellow officers were called to a domestic violence call where the individual came out with an AR-15 and fatally shot and killed Officer Buechner. Anytime we lose an individual that's just trying to get out there and make a difference and really make sure that America stays the great country, the safe country that it is, that we all know, is never, you know, a good feeling. It's always a huge bummer. But seeing what the motorcycle community, what the law enforcement community, what other communities come together and rally behind the families do is truly remarkable and is definitely eye-opening. And being a part of it is something that I always try to get out to those rides. I'm not a big group rider myself, but when it's a group ride for a great cause, I do intend to try to hit every single one of those that are out here in the area. Now, I would like that if there was less of these types of rides, because that means that there were less individuals that we lost. But at the end of the day, we got out there and we were able to kind of support them as much as we could. All the profit from the ride went to the family, went to the children's trust funds. So hopefully it helps them. I know they're still mourning because it's not even really, I mean, it's just over a year ago that this incident happened. But Officer Buechner was a big time motorcycle enthusiast himself. He rode with Gunners MC and was part of that organization and made a dent with them too, because a lot of the people that, you know, spoke on his behalf on this benefit ride were fellow riders, fellow law enforcement officers, and just seeing, you know, the impact that he left on their lives was hard. It was definitely a hard experience, a heartwarming experience too, to see everybody still rally behind the family and try to help them out as much as possible. Now, this benefit ride did start at Maxwell Motorcycles, and it was the first event that John Maxwell has hosted since he opened up his new shop.
Wow.
And I'll say it definitely started it off with a bang. It was a great turnout. Everybody came out to Maxwell Motorcycles. I'll throw up some of the pictures that I captured while hanging out at Maxwell Motorcycles before we headed out to what was once Big Swamp Harley Davidson out in Opelika. But just kind of getting there and really meet people before the ride was definitely cool. I met a lot of people there at John's shop, and then we rode out to Opelika, and pulling in, I was speechless because the amount of motorcycles I saw there was just eye-opening. And of course, you know, I got to ride with John Maxwell, Blue Bike and Doyle, my buddy William. He was riding over my shoulder during the ride. You'll see him on the denim silver Road Glide. The dude's always trying to get me on a Road Glide. Every time I talk to him, he wants me to trade in the Dyna, get a Road Glide so we can do some long distance rides. But I ain't trying to sleep on the couch for months on end because I brought home a new bike. So maybe we'll still be able to do some long rides, man. We'll be behind the Dyna for a while. But a little bit more about Officer Buechner. You know, he was a big time motorcycle enthusiast, like I said, rode with the Gunners MC, and his road name was ATF, and it stood for alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, because that man loved himself some alcohol, some tobacco, and some firearms, of course. I did want to give you guys that back brief. I did kind of have to come out here a few days after the benefit ride and capture this for you guys, because whenever I go out on these benefit rides, I do try to just get out there and be in the moment and ride. Now I do want to capture the ride, but we always do some sort of like video montage of just riding with some music during the ride, because I don't want to have to worry about a topic while we're riding. I really want to be focused. I want to be in the moment, and I want to take in as much as I can while we're out. So before I ramble on anymore, look who I found out here. Hey, Joel, say what's up.
What's up?
What's up, guys?
What's up?
You only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's driving. Tyson with the fade, not the hair, my hands rockin'. When I link with ballpoint, you know it's not. Get out my way. I'm so unashamed. Throw it to my veins. Like my 2K green or blue, I'm not into games. Focus on your player's face while I'm stacking change. We throw out what you got on your whole crew late. Every time I drop it, knock you make the screw face. I can't stand to be around people who are two-faced. I can't stand to do some business if you're too late. I beat the beater defeated. I beat the beater mistreated. I beat the odds deleted. On top, I'm ODing. No rock star with these leather pants. I'm ACDCing. When I die, I bet they love me, but hate me when I'm breathing. I think you only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, it's rockin'. Tyson with the fade, not the hair, my hands rockin'. When I link with ballpoint, ay. I think you only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's driving. Tyson with the fade, not the hair, my hands rockin'. When I link with ballpoint, you know it's not.